welcome everybody to the 2008 Fairfield Earth Day celebration. We feel blessed to have a beautiful day and also grateful to have a tent just in case.
Without honeybees, we would have an 80% drop in our food resources. The almond crop in California, for example, blooms in January, takes over 1 million beehives to pollinate all of the almond crop. If there would be no pollination, no honeybees, there'd be no almonds.
Earth Day has grown over the years. It started back in the 90s as a relatively modest event, and it's now grown both in terms of the number of exhibitors, but also attendees. And really there's something for everybody at this year's Earth Day event.
There were a lot of people there, and it was beautiful weather, and I was looking forward to seeing all the different kids' events. There was a wonderful fashion show, which I'll never forget. The girls had made their dresses out of tin cans and old plastic bags. It was really great.
Matt's out of this world costume is made out of paper bags and plastic bottles. On this, Stephanie is wearing an outfit completely made of Ward's school newspaper, The Focus. She fitted the glasses, darts, and laced up the back with her own used shoelace from her high. Eileen is showing off her cute black and white dress made completely out of garbage bags. She found a way to have the dress. This dress is made with colors in mind. As you can see, the flare of the dress is dark and the bodice is white. This dress is made completely out of magazines and has darts for extra fitting purposes. Tropical breeze from the sand between your toes? If so, it must be because Chris is coming down the runway in his Hula Party 456 costume. It's made out of paper bags, a plastic ball, and tennis balls. When asked him how he came up with the idea, he said it just hit him.
But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high.
Well, I think it's especially important at this stage in history. Everybody is interested in going green, so the Earth Day celebration offers residents of all ages an opportunity to learn how the decisions they make as consumers not only impact the environment, but impact their pocketbooks. So people can pick up a lot of great ideas to save energy and save money.
Even the smallest things that we do, whether it's at home changing our light bulbs or whether it's walking to the grocery store with your recyclable bag rather than taking the bag that's given to you at the checkout and hopping into your car to drive that short distance home, it all does make a difference.
This is obviously a community event. This is something that everyone, as far as merchants and residents of Fairfield, have to get together, and if we can all do our own little part and help, it'll make a huge difference as far as being green, okay? And represent, I mean, every day should be Earth Day. We shouldn't designate one day out of the year for it, but this is a community event, and we're part of the community, so we're very excited to be there the second year in a row.
So you can all add in your own accent.
I've really been impressed with what some people might call earth-based religions or the way of some of the Native American cultures, with how they revere the earth as a living, breathing thing virtually, that everything has a spirit, and so to waste anything is almost blasphemy, which is just, I think it's a beautiful philosophy. Some of my ancestors are Lakota. Lakota nations are better known as Sioux, and they do have a high regard for all life. Their mantra, if you will, is Mitaku Ye Oyasin, which is we are all related. And so it's a highly respectful way of looking at things. They have a tenet whereby they believe it's our responsibility to care for the earth for the 7 generations to come after us. If we can take only what we need and reduce consumption, then I think we'll be on the right track to being good caretakers.
Part of my background is automotive, and I guess my interest developed around the fact that I had put enough gas-guzzling, CO2-emitting vehicles on the road that I got a conscience and decided, we need to correct some of this and make a change in our environment and try to lessen our dependence on foreign oil. And I became involved more with the global warming aspect as I became employed with Piaggio. They produce a product that is eco-friendly as well as a product that is easy on gas consumption.
On the family front, I think my son's exceeded my commitment. He's converted his car to run on fryer fat, waste restaurant oil. Pretty much everybody tries to limit their showers and shut lights off and do the simple things that are reasonable.
Welcome to the 10th anniversary Fairfield Earth Day celebration. How you feeling?
Just 10 years ago, President Clinton awarded Senator Gaylord Nelson the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And in doing so, he recognized him as the father of Earth Day and said that the stewardship of our natural resources was a stewardship of the American dream.
We have what we call a green team that's for here at Fairfield and most of the other larger company facilities. And that's a volunteer group of people that are interested in what is the company doing to minimize our footprint on the earth. But then we're also sharing at those meetings what can we take home as a part of what we've learned here at work.
today to showcase a few green products in the plumbing line. We've got water-saving shower heads and faucet sets. We've got tankless hot water heaters. And we're also talking about septic systems, because there's nothing greener with wastewater than using a septic system as opposed to a sewer system.
We provide environmental education for 3rd through 6th grade in the Fairfield schools. And this microscope is they go out in the 5th grade and they take water samples. And then they take it back to the classroom and they see what's in the water. And they find microscopic plankton and learn that it provides food at the base of the food chain.
We are here to help educate about our food, where our food comes from, and why our choices that we make as consumers when we buy our food, how that has an impact on not just our own health and wellness, but also on the health of the environment and of our planet. I'm Amy Hall. I'm a health coach. I'm a certified square foot garden teacher. And we're all about connecting people, children, families to their food and helping them know why this matters to not just your own health, but to the health of the environment and the planet. These are the things that we also are working with our kids in our classrooms, in these classrooms at middle school and high school, to really get reconnected with their food, from the basics of cutting and chopping, to baking, to sauteing, to growing the food. But you find, when you're hands-on, they're more likely to eat it when they've made it, especially when they've grown it.
Well, my 6th grader at Tomlinson invented Sip Savers, and they are earth-friendly tags that grow. Because she's a sports player and belongs on a team, everybody brings water bottles to the game. They drink half of them, they throw them on the ground, and nobody can identify which bottle is theirs anymore. So she came up with the idea of placing tags around them that come in different colors and different shapes. And this way, you know, for example, that your water bottle was the one with the green flower around it, and mine was the one with the blue heart around it, so that when I throw my water bottle down or place it down, I can easily identify which one it is. But what's really cool about them is that they're made of seed-infused paper. So when you're done with the tag, they're completely biodegradable. You rip them off, soak them in some water, plant them, and they'll grow wildflowers.
Beverage company makes an organic low-sugar juice targeted towards kids. We have a whole cast of illustrated characters that are there to inspire and teach kids about ways they can protect the environment.
Hometronics Group has a couple different divisions. Today we are showing the Hometronics Solar, which is a solar thermal hot water system, which would generate 80% of your hot water in the home through solar power. And we're also here displaying Hometronics Power, which is a discounted utility power broker that can save you up to 20% on your electric bill for absolutely no fees. It's free to sign up and free to discontinue at any time.
Families and the children and the parents who are very excited to learn about new ways of approaching environmental sciences and green cleaning products, getting involved and seeing how they can make a difference in their own health and the health of our environment.
Day was founded in 1970 as a grassroots day in observance of environmental issues and solutions. Fairfield's Earth Day began in 1999 with a celebration that drew scores of families and individuals with concerns for the environment. Now, attendees and exhibitors are drawn to Fairfield's Earth Day each year, made possible by the generous support of sponsors who want to make a difference. Earth Day inspired a wave of environmental activism that led to the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the passage of cornerstone environmental laws.
There aren't a lot of climate change deniers, so that's a nice small first step. What we don't have yet is a sense of urgency around actually doing something about it, and that's going to be a project that is going to require not so much the scientists, because I think very few people want to argue that point anymore, but it's going to require a lot of advocacy. We need powerful advocacy to get legislators to lead on this issue.
Jerry on his telly.
My name is Andy Kosh, and I built this replica with a crew of men to help me back in the day, back in 1986 at Captain's Cove Seaport in Bridgeport. Kay Williams, the owner, sponsored us and put up $10,000 because he knew the story of Gustav Whitehead flying back in 1901. So now, finally, Gustav Whitehead has received credit from the Bible of Aviation. It's known as Jane's All the World's Aircraft. Everybody now knows internationally that Whitehead flew 2 years before the Wright brothers. And so this is our replica that we flew back in '86, right at Bridgeport Airport, and we have movies of it flying. So we helped to prove that the basic design can fly. Finally, a fellow named John Brown from Australia, who lives in Germany, uncovered a photograph of Whitehead in the air, because that's what the Smithsonian always complained about, that there was no photograph of Whitehead flying. So John Brown found the photograph, which actually appeared in the Bridgeport Herald on August 14th in 1901. So now, here we have it in Fairfield. Fairfield should be like Kitty Hawk. So we're trying to build this up, get all the politicians to talk it up, and get people to come and see this replica airplane. In fact, Whitehead's last home was a couple of blocks away on Alvin Street, and we'd like to see somebody come up with the funds to buy that house and make a museum for Gustav Whitehead.
We are a company that was established in the 1950s with over 100 years of experience in the hauling, transfer station operation, and we're especially proud of our recycling efforts. Through our new single-stream recycling center, we're able to incentivize the recycling process for homeowners. It's easier for the homeowner to put everything together. They don't have to worry about separating. It also gives us the ability as haulers to pick up through side loaders, which allows us less time idling. It can be, the recycling bins and garbage can be picked up quickly and moved on. And the new technology now for hauling has two separate compartments, one for solid waste and one for recycling. So instead of twice down your street picking up recycling and then solid waste, you can put it onto one truck and then get separated at the transfer station. So all of that reduces certainly the carbon output, the use of fuel, fossil fuels. Fairfield has worked out a great deal where your recyclables are saving money through an arrangement at a transfer station in Stratford. It then comes to our single stream recycling center here in Shelton. It gets put in with a number of other products: glass, plastic, aluminum cans, tin cans, metals. It goes through a conveyor belt, a set of processes. First, a pre-sort, which they pull out plastics. It goes through a number of what we call stars that will separate heavy items from lighter items, cardboard from glass. The paper gets separated from cardboard. The paper gets put together with more paper. It gets baled into large, heavy bales and shipped to plants that reuse that paper for cardboard boxes, for cereal boxes, for toilet paper, and any number of new products, and comes right back to the consumer and then can get recycled even more. The same with plastic, gets turned into composite decking, into large bins. The more that we recycle, the more it gets reused. It gets turned around into new products. It sees a new life. We want to make sure that people are aware of what they can recycle. They can go to wintersbrothersct.com. We have a lot of information on what's recyclable, what you can throw in your single stream recycling bin. Well, on Earth Day and every day, we want to make sure that people are aware that recycling pays back, that recycling gives back to your community in so many different ways.
Our mission is to provide a forum for knowledge and sharing that knowledge with beekeepers and non-beekeepers. We have monthly meetings and monthly workshops that explain what beekeeping is and how to do beekeeping. These are some of the products from our members. They'll donate honey and wax products like creams and candles, and we'll sell them at events like this. We've had a good winter with our bees, and we're looking forward to a great springtime.
Mow Green is a very unique, sustainable lawn care service business where we are clean and serene. We use no gasoline. The average home puts out 3 to 5 tons of carbon emissions. 3 to 5 tons of carbon emissions from an average home mowed, trimmed, blown with gasoline. So if you take gasoline out of the picture, you are saving the carbon emissions almost like putting solar on your roof. What if you eliminate gasoline from your lawn care? About 5 tons of air pollution per year. You take a car off the road. That's why getting the gas off the grass, going clean and serene with no gasoline is so important. This year alone, we will avoid 300 tons of carbon emissions.
We've been providing service here as All American Waste in Fairfield, Fairfield County, New Haven County, and in through our affiliate companies throughout the state and western Massachusetts. We provide comprehensive book of services to businesses, to residents, to construction companies, and then we also process the materials that we pick up. We have a number of processing and recycling facilities throughout the state. We were part of the first companies to introduce single-stream recycling in the state of Connecticut. One of our processing facilities in the Fairfield County area handles just construction and demolition waste. Customer may call us to have a container delivered. They're doing a house clean out, they're doing some renovations, they're demoing a house or a building. We are then able to take that material to this facility to pull out concrete and block and material that's then able to be repurposed for construction raw materials. We're able to pull out metals, clean wood. We've got some equipment there that's then able to chip and grind that wood. We make a number of different mulch products. We make horse bedding. We're also able to pull out any of the more traditional recycling material that may be put in those dumpsters, so cardboard and paper and that sort of thing. Whatever we're able to keep out of ultimately a landfill or a burn plant or whatever it may be, not only are we saving that space, but we're also able to then reuse and repurpose a lot of the material that gets recovered. We're in the process of converting our entire fleet of trucks over to compressed natural gas. We have put 21 trucks on the road that are powered by compressed natural gas. Our plan, our hope, and intention is to convert our entire fleet over to natural gas over the next 4 or 5 years. A natural gas truck is 90% quieter than its diesel equivalent. Changing one diesel garbage truck over to natural gas is the equivalent of taking 325 cars off the road every year.
tape, aluminum foil, and a vinyl tablecloth. This second grader was inspired to create this costume by his love for aliens and space. She was inspired to make her costume by the Fairy Magic book series. This second grader wants to remind you that nature is a gift, so you should respect it and pick up trash. This second grader used plastic bags, duct tape, paper bags, and plastic bottles to create his outfit. Carter's urge to create her look by the spirit of fun. Emily's Earth Day message to you is to learn to recycle and use trash more. Grocery bags in the U.S. are now plastic, and plastic bags cause hundreds of thousands of
I'm a 4-year Green Coast Award winner from making jewelry from organic sources like coconut shells, bamboo, wood, shells from the sea. As you see, my wind chimes, and these are from the beach. I enjoy doing my craft, and I'm getting good response from a conscious way of recycling and whatever we can put together that are natural, that is human friendly, environmental friendly, and it's good for the planet.
So Grow Row for Hope is an idea that we had to try to encourage people to donate fresh produce to our food pantry so that people who are eating from cans and boxes that are donated also get an opportunity to have some fresh food that's healthier, and they learn to sort of diversify their diet a little bit, and hopefully the people who grow the food feel a connection to the people who will be receiving it. So we've been trying that for a couple of years, and we found that it's been very successful. And rather than bothering your neighbors with all your extra zucchini, you can bring it to the food pantry, and this way we can get it out to people who really will appreciate it.
Fairfield Earth Day. What's in it for you? For corporations and businesses, association with Earth Day, the premier green living event in Fairfield County, recognizes your contribution to the health and well-being of the local and global community. For environmental products companies, Earth Day can expose your healthy, eco-friendly, and socially responsible products to thousands of environmentally conscious consumers. Families and individuals can connect with businesses and organizations that share your vision and values. Learn what products and organizations are available to confirm your commitment to green living. And have fun at Fairfield's Earth Day.